Hey, listen, man, I'm excited. It's back. We back. It's Friday. We still look amazing. We are thriving. We are healthy. I hope everything in life is going well for you. My name is Donnell Cole. I'm here with my partner in crime, Dr. Diamond. We are the Modern Manhood Foundation. Today, I am pumped up because we get to interview one of my favorite people and one of my favorite couples. I actually had the honor of being able to do what I do best, but have my wife with me because I'm always bragging on this couple about how well they handle their family, how well they handle business. They always have such a great attitude. My head is shiny and my skin looks good because I use their products. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I endorse what they do because it's organic, it's clean, and just everything they do is smooth, man. So welcome Tim Gates. They are business owners
Oh
of
man.
Bongi and Malongo soaps. Bro, welcome for sharing the platform. We're always glad to have you on our team and on our tribe. What's good?
Oh man. Man, thank you, man. Such a great introduction, and I appreciate it. Thank both you guys, man. I'm glad to be here, man. Glad to be here.
Listen, I'm okay. So I'm gonna clarify because when we talk about Bongi and Malongo, these are two independent, separate businesses.
Yes, sir.
Bongi Medicinals and Malongo Soaps and more. And you know, Dano, everything you said about like the space they hold in the community and how they show up as a family and as partners is just one of the most beautiful things, which is why we're so
Man.
excited to have you guys,
Yeah,
with us. And we're looking forward to Dr. Liz jumping in when she sits down at the table with us. Um,
for sure.
you guys, like, I got to set this up, and I need you to kind of take us through that journey for a few minutes. You, Tim, are a decorated teacher and educator,
Thank
right?
you. Yes.
And Liz is a doctor of physical therapy who, of course, we share the
Yeah.
same heart in that. Um, Tell us how you get from those particular spaces of service to being business owners in nothing less than health and natural products, and then into being entrepreneurs. Tell us how
Oh
y'all get to that space,
I
man.
like that,
well.
entrepreneurs.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was one of our terms we came up with at Bongi Medicinals. Is a entrepreneur, but how it started is like we just wanted to solve a problem. My wife, she was a dove baby for a long time, and it just started. Here she is.
Hey, hey.
And we just wanted to solve a problem. And so after our youngest child, Elliot, was born, that's when we launched Malongo Soaps.
Yeah, I missed the question. I'm sorry.
No. Just how we got to being educators, PT to business owners, and where we're at right now.
So yeah, basically what he said. Sorry for being late. Had to drop the kids off.
No, you're good. You're good.
School time.
Welcome.
But yeah, we were. I was a director of rehab at the time. You were assistant principal
at the time,
and I was starting to have more skin problems with Dove and Palmer's. I've been using it all my life. My old classmates in high school used to know I was coming down the hall because I smelled like Palmer's cocoa butter.
Yeah.
And so it stopped working for me, though. I would get patches, a little eczema outbreak. Even Dove deodorant gave me a chemical burn. And they were supposed to be the most gentle. So we decided to start dabbling. We had a friend, actually one of your old coworkers, Crystal Robinson.
Yeah.
She was a soap maker. She is a soap maker. She makes some great products. And she inspired us to start dabbling in it. So we started off with soaps, found what worked for me first, because I'm the most sensitive out the two. And after that, we just started making more stuff, and our friends started to try it.
Right.
And our friends were the ones who encouraged us to sell it. We were making it for us. And so they started to encourage.
Come on, friends.
I know.
Oh yeah.
We got good people around us.
We got a lot of good people, but we were definitely encouraged to step out there and believe in ourselves, and that we were creating a quality product. And so that's what we did. We started to introduce it to the world. I think we did our first pop-up in I think it was November or December 2018.
Yeah, it was right after I had Elliot. She was a month old, and it was a wreath and wine by Tara Morgan, who owns Atmosphere Setters, Oklahoma City. And she did a wreath and wine, and that was the first place we set up our little baby vendor table.
Right.
Looked nothing like it does now.
Man, look, now it look plush.
Yeah.
Boy, they got like a transformer thing. They bring in the case, they stick it down, it opens up. Hey, it's like a Maybach. It's like a Maybach, Milagro Maybach and Bargain Products, bro. You put it down, it opens up. The top comes open. It got like a robe with it, bro. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, we've learned from tons of vendors that we've interacted with, worked with, just all the events. We see what's going on and we decide, well, that's for us. We're gonna make that. We're gonna see that and we're gonna make it to where it works for us. And you know, it's grown into what it has now.
And then later on, I think like a year and a half or 2 years later, medical marijuana was legalized in the state of Oklahoma.
It was 18. It was actually the same year. 2018, they legalized it. We had a group of friends who we all wanted to get into marijuana some kind of way. A dispensary owner. We had someone who was an edible maker, and then we realized that we could do topicals with the products that we already make. We just need to figure out how we put THC and CBD in it, and we figured it out and made some amazing products. We started off with the Nerve Cream is what we first called it. We made it for my grandma, Grandmona. Yeah, rest in peace. She's an amazing woman. She was an amazing woman, and she had really bad neuropathy in her hands. And so we made this nerve cream for her, sent it up to Chicago. Sent it up to Chicago. Weren't supposed to do that, but we got it to my grandma, and she put it on her hands and said that she could grip and open a jar better.
Wow.
And as a PT, that meant a lot to me. We improved her function, her functionality, not just her pain. The pain went away, the inflammation went away, but also functionality improved. And so once we got that report from her, because she was straight up, she would tell you if it didn't do a thing. Once we got that report, we started to make everything else that we make in the marijuana industry.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that is beautiful. It's been so fun watching you guys grow. Like, first off, let me say happy Physical Therapy Month to you, Dr. Liz, right? Like, we're gonna geek out a little bit. You know, Dr. Liz and I are both graduates from Langston University's Physical Therapy program. And you know, we connect on that space all the time in that service to helping people have better function. You mentioned that, and so I'm gonna tell anybody who's watching this right now, here's a lesson, and I need you to take with you from what you just heard from their story. When you take care of yourself and you take care of the people you care about well, that grows. Their businesses, plural, started off by honoring and taking better care of themselves first. You heard her talk about taking care of her skin when things changed for her. Like that was the foundation of what Milagro Soaps and More grew into. And then taking care of grandma was the foundation of what Bongi Medicinals has grown into. So when we talk about, you know, what self-care looks like, how honoring yourself first can grow into the life you want to live, and taking your passion and your work out there to the universe, take that, man. So I want to take a moment to really honor that and say thank you for that.
That's a very good point.
And you said something.
How about the power of creation? Because how often do we go to the store and buy soaps and break us out when we just normalize the problem? We just say, "Oh, I got sensitive skin."
Right.
And and we deal with it, or we just say,
Yeah.
hey, or such as for your grandmother. There's no telling how long she's had that condition. And we
For a
and
very
all
long
and,
time.
and all along we've been having the solution. All we had to do was take action on it.
Right.
That was it.
And in a more natural way. Like she
In a
didn't
more
have to
natural-
take a
Yeah.
gang load of like pain pills to get
More
relief.
gabapentin,
Yeah.
more, no need to increase anything else. Just use this.
Something
Yeah.
that was great for her skin. And then, like I said, also be able to give her that pain relief because we use all natural ingredients. We try and keep it as simple and clean as possible.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Oh,
But I think it's crazy that you mentioned Langston. This is where I met Elizabeth, my lovely wife. That's where it started, was at Langston.
You?
Damon, that's where I met you.
Of course.
And like things have just grown from there. Like our family and our networks through like all the sororities, the football frat, like everybody has supported us in our love and in our business, as far as like keeping us encouraged and just helping us keep going. And then Darnell, meeting you through a mutual friend, Q. And it's
that's Langston too.
That's Langston too, yeah.
yeah.
It's been up from there, man. And so I just want to, highlight that, like where our relationships come from and how we keep each other going. So I want to thank you guys too.
Yeah,
I appreciate that, man.
Absolutely. You mentioned something in your story too, is that moment where your friends supported you and actually pushed you to move into that space of sharing this, as a business. That's so important to have people around you who can have, a sight to the possibilities and also have a voice to share. Hey, you might want to take this commercial. You might want to look at growing this and taking this, out to other people. That's so powerful to have those people in your space. And seeing you guys do what you do, we see that you do that for each other. Like,
and it's beautiful. Like it's really beautiful, man.
Excuse me.
I got a question for you. So, because a lot of people can't do this. A lot of people can't do business in relationships. So, what do you think has been able to help you all successfully pull it off? And then, what are some of the barriers that you've had to overcome?
Okay,
that is a good question. I think for me, what keeps us going and what makes us work well together is that like our longevity, like as long as we've been together, we've been put through tons of different situations that have caused stress on our relationship. So now when it comes to stressors in our business, we kind of know how to work through them, just because like we've been together for so long. We've been through so many different situations that might not even necessarily have to do with business, but and we realize and we know that we love each other and we work better together and not apart,
and we like examples. When we were younger, we had to deal with no air conditioning and being in the same house together in Oklahoma at Langston. So being able to tolerate each other in that type of heat and have an understanding and still make it through that has really shown us that we can survive lots of things. But also, that we've been together for 15 years, married almost 10 in April. And
congratulations.
Thank you. We've had to kind of realize when we're too much into the business. When everything is about business, kids, work, and our businesses, what needs to get done around the house. And once we start to realize that that's all it's been for maybe a few months, a few weeks, sometimes when we recognize that, okay, we're too business oriented, then we have to step back and become friends again. And so we have to make sure we go on our dates or make sure we have our quality time where we're just Netflix and chilling, watching what we watched Hocus Pocus 2 on Monday. So, it was, we just have to recognize when we're getting too business oriented and pull back from that and make sure that we still nourish our relationship and our friendship.
Right.
Because we were always friends first.
A-Leaf legend.
But yeah,
That's
so
dope.
you do have to, but what we do know is that we have always been able to work together. We both come from families that are very hard about, or very strong on hard work and work ethic. So when it comes to getting a job done, I know that I can count on this guy to get it done with me, or even without me. Sometimes one of us is going to get it done, or both of us is going to get it done, and
That's
that
awesome, man.
teamwork helps. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but one thing that I know I struggle with is just letting sometimes letting go. I know I have a vision, like we'll have a common goal, or we'll have something that we're working on, and my vision may not be Elizabeth's vision or Liz's vision. So I have to step back sometimes. So I literally have to step back and say, hey, she has a vision. Let's execute it. Let's make it come to life. And even though I may not understand, I still do my best to take myself out of it but still execute at the same time.
That's powerful.
And I think that could be difficult sometimes, especially, all the whatever, like, leading the way, all those rules or whatever. Like I said, I just have to step back because she does have a beautiful mind and she has a great vision. And I have to learn to, step back and follow that. And I think that's very important.
It works.
It definitely works.
Well, my wife is a genius. She say, hey, and then when she be making the soaps and stuff, she be having like all the little, it looked like a lab in there, bro.
Right.
Intricate, and she's so detail oriented. I'll step in there and I'll be like, ooh. I ain't gonna touch nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Don't touch anything.
I ain't touch nothing. Shit, look at me. I'll be like, just give me the dropper. Give me the dropper.
Right. Here, this is what you do, honey.
Yeah, she knows the measurements. She knows the temperature. She knows the altitude. She knows all of it. You know what I'm saying? Man,
that's a good point, man.
It is, man.
I think, Tim, I heard where you were going with that, because that's a really hot conversation that's happening in society right now, is this, this idea of what leading and following and submission and relationships, and how men are called to be the leaders, and so women aren't following men these days. And like, you made such a beautiful point in how important it is that when we're in relationships, and this is not just with business, but even in our personal lives, in raising children. You guys have 3 beautiful children.
Yes,
and sometimes it's important for us as men. Yeah, I'm talking to guys right now.
Absolutely.
It's important for us to understand that leading doesn't always mean we're following our initiative or our idea. It's actually giving that space and support and foundation for others in our lives, especially the women we share our lives with, or the other person we might share our lives with, to actually take the wheel. Even if that idea isn't fully manifested or clear in our own minds, because that's where we find comfort, when we see our vision coming to pass. And sometimes that's not how it's gonna go, bro. So I thank you for saying that, and for honoring Liz in that space.
Because he does it quite often, where he honors me, actually all the time.
For sure.
But
That's
we
beautiful,
know
man.
Yeah, we know who should lead in certain situations. I tell him all the time, I will follow you wherever you take me, because I trust his guidance and his vision. And when it clashes, we decide, who's best for this?
Right.
Whose idea is best suited for this? Who should take the lead in a certain situation? So oftentimes I'm like, oh, babe, this is for you.
Right.
This is, you got this. You know how to handle this. You know how to address this. And actually, you've done this before. So here, this is for you. I'm going to step back in this. But he knows in all things that I'm going to follow him and take his lead and direction. And because I trust him.
Right.
Yeah.
And then is this something you guys grew into, and having enough self-awareness to understand which parts you complement in regards to business and family? Or is this something you just kind of been doing since the beginning?
It's just something that's grown over time, leaning on the people who are around us, our network, standing on, their shoulders, and just being able to lean on them to, help propel us to the next level. I have a unique set of skills that makes me best suited for this job Elizabeth, she has a unique set of skills, but just being able to recognize, hey, you take the lead on this, you take it and you run with it. I just think that awareness came over time.
Yeah, it did. We've clashed. We're both strong, stubborn.
For sure.
You know,
For sure.
We have our opinions and our beliefs, and so over time they have meshed more. But we've always been compromising. I mean, we've always compromised with each other. And like he said, our group of people, our community have also shown us who they see as stronger in certain areas and things like that. Like, I swear I'm not good at sales, but let other people tell it I'm great at it. So, you know, it takes some of our friends and, again, people we trust that speak to us on just for our betterment, to improve ourselves. They tell us what they think we're good at, and we kind of run with that as well.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, for real. Like, that's the truth, though. That's the truth. But, like, I think being friends first, and being together for so long that we just kind of know, like, hey, I need to take a step back.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting frustrated.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said, that the vision may not manifest well in my brain, and like, but it's showing bright in hers, and I just have to take a step back and say, hey, like, let me get in where I fit in, and just make sure that I'm still supporting, like, the team, like, because we are together. Like, we are one, and we try not to let things, you know, get in between us.
That's for sure.
You gotta know what you got is bigger than the vision. Who you are is bigger than the vision. You just happen to be a vessel for it. Sometimes we let the vision become bigger than our relationship, as if we don't continue on with greater things that can happen in life.
And then, like, we put in things like in play, like going to the masterclass, the Modern Manhood Masterclass for me, and helping me not say so many things with my chest, but say it with my heart.
Hey, shout out to Liz on that.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, my husband's been in the group, you know, he just kind of been sitting in the back. And I'm like, yo, I meet him. I'm like, yo, where you been my whole life, dog? Like,
good.
No, for sure.
He's
for
a
sure.
good guy to know.
But no, you too, like I said, man, the first time I met you, like, we were helping Q move. Like, we were both showing up to help a mutual friend get something done. And when I saw you show up, like, I knew that you were a good guy. You know what I'm saying? To be able to help that young lady at that time, like that meant something to me.
That's right.
Even though I kind of knew of you before, like, I kind of knew of you, but actually meeting you in the flesh, and just seeing how you carry yourself, and then getting to know your wife and things like that, bro, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Bro, we moved all that stuff.
We did, bro. We did.
A lot of her.
We moved it, bro. But like that was like my first time. That was my first time, like, meeting you, like, physically. Like, hey, my name's Tim. He was like, yeah, I'm Donnell. And like, we were introduced, and like, ever since then, it's just been snowballing. And look, we're here now.
That's crazy.
Listen, he is not lying. Tim, I love the energy that you bring to just any place you're in, and having, you know, been able to share. You were at you were at our first masterclass.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that the insight, the experience that you shared with us, and the feedback you gave us was really integral in us moving into a space of knowing that what we're doing is dope. Like,
it is.
You talk a lot. You guys talk about a lot about how your circle really helps to propel you and support you and see you even in ways that you don't see. And I'm telling you that you did that for us in sharing what your experience was with the masterclass, and that's been a big part of how and why it's been growing. And our, you know, what we're doing, this culture, this mission is growing the way it is. So thank you for that. I want to say that, man. That was big.
I want to say thank you to you guys, because you guys are bringing something that I haven't seen in a long time, because I'm not from Oklahoma. I'm originally from Texas. Elizabeth is from Missouri.
St. Louis.
And so our network of friends is like our family here. And so we lean on the people once again that we trust and that we know and that we've seen do things in the community, and we feed off that. Mm-hmm. And so what you guys are providing, a place for a Black man like me to go and to be able to share in a safe space, I think is vital. And I think there needs to be more of it, because like I said, like my next closest to kin is in the next state over so many miles away. So just being able to come to you brothers, and get tools that I can put in my tool belt, like saying it with my heart versus saying it with my chest. Yeah. You know, that's something that's really stuck with me. So like I said, I'm proud of you guys. I want you guys to keep going, and it's something special.
I'm going to say that I appreciate you guys and your platform, because right before you guys started, I was kind of complaining to Tim that I felt it was unfair that there's all these women things out here. There's these women events. There's this women groups here. And I can be pulled left and right and all over the place. And I'm like, what about my husband? Like, there has to be some manly events or some gatherings of sorts, like something that he can do with a group of men that are positive, that are growing, that are headed in the right direction. And right when I was saying that, and then boom, modern manhood comes. I was like, okay, universe, you know, put it out there, and you guys come with it, and it was great. And I was just like, babe, look at this. Right. You should do this. Let's check this out and see how it works. I know Dr. Damon. Right. I know he's a good dude. LU, PT program. I know he's a good dude. Donnell, I've heard about you. I haven't met you yet, but I knew that you guys might have some of the same principles that me and my husband do, and specifically him, because there's not enough out there for the men out there. Yeah. And I don't think it's fair. I think you guys need to gather that.
Yeah, and you know what? We appreciate that. I think that's our whole mission is to build that village and that culture. Absolutely. Now, here's the thing, though. Y'all said something that really I want you guys to touch on. Is you talked about how being here in Oklahoma right now, you're away from your roots and your family, and so you've had to kind of create family here. Talk about that experience when you've got 3 children you're raising. I mean, I couldn't even imagine.
It's hard to find a babysitter sometimes, that's for sure. Like, we can't just drop our kids off at my mom's house or, at their uncle's house or something like that, so we can go and do things. So for us, it's a lot of planning when we want to go out and do stuff. But as far as how we developed it, it was just maintaining those relationships we had. We've known people from Langston who stayed in Oklahoma or from Oklahoma, people that we've worked with in the school systems and healthcare. We've just built really good relationships. Even when we started vending with our business and stuff, we built even more relationships with business owners and people we would have never met outside of Langston. So being as genuine as we are and building these relationships with people, we've been able to kind of pick and choose who we want to be in our family here, and who we can trust. And so it's been, it's taken years over time. It really has. And people come and go in Oklahoma as they do everywhere. Right. So when we do lose a friend, they move out of state or something like that, that is kind of hard on us because we miss them, 1, and 2, we don't have that resource anymore either. But we manage. Our kids basically come to us with almost everything now. Right. So if we have a pop-up shop to go to and it's kid friendly, they'll be there.
Yes. I love that, man. That's such a central part of you guys' family and your vision. Like, it's obvious that if you can't do this with your kids and for your kids, then you're not behind it. I love that.
Not at all. Definitely family oriented. I feel like we're all in the close to the same age group. You guys are a little bit older than me, but we're not gonna get into that. We're all like,
I mean, who's keeping count? Nobody's really keeping count.
Nobody's keeping count.
You know why? Because Belago is keeping me looking young.
Yeah. But we want to instill like certain values in our children. We don't necessarily, a lot has been going on in the world. We don't necessarily want their tablets and TV to raise them. We want to get them out. We want to build some character. We want to teach them hard work. We want to teach them people skills and soft skills, things that they can use when they get older. And I think that's going to give them some more tools that they can use to be successful in life, because they know how, like, they get to see their parents go out and actually earn money or earn, what they're making versus just somebody giving them something. And so that's why you see, like, when we're out and it's kid friendly, our family is going to be there. Yeah. But even if you don't see all of us, somebody at the house was helping either put the stuff together, put it in the bag.
Yes, they have their jobs as they grow and their functional skills and their abilities, then we give them more tasks to do. So our oldest is 8 and he's a big kid. So we had him throwing away large pieces of sheetrock and 2x4s and things like that yesterday, and they have to help set up the tables, or the 3-year-old has to hand the bag to the customer, and Fitz likes to, our middle son, he likes to ask if you want to buy some merch. So they all have little roles to play, and plus our skincare business is it's made for the Black family. So if it's made for the Black family, our Black family is going to be involved in it as much as possible.
You know it.
I like it.
You know it. Because we definitely want to build something that they can grow into and that they could potentially own in the future. Like, we're trying to, it's not just something that we're doing as far as like a fad or anything like that. We're really trying to build something for the next generation and the generations to come. Quality healthcare, hygiene, products, but then also something for our kids to grow into, whether if they want to do it or not. They just have that option, to be able to grow into something that we're making, some of our dreams that we created and turned into a reality. So it's a good opportunity.
It is.
I like it.
We enjoy it. Yes.
And listen, they're seeing you guys find, and create some beautiful success. I know Liz, as a rehab director, like that is no easy feat.
No.
and Tim, seeing you grow into your journey as an educator and as an assistant principal and like award-winning work, we know the impact you're making. And then y'all show up like winning awards with High Times magazine.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Crazy.
Congratulations on that. Tell us about that journey.
Oh man. Okay, so Bongi Medicinals won the High Times People's Choice Awards 2021. We got second place for our pain stick. Our pain stick is for general pain, but it's made with simple ingredients. And we entered into the High Times competition. We entered in over 500 samples.
You had to give them a lot.
Yeah, from topicals to edibles.
Yeah.
Everything. But we
put everything that we could. And I mean, when we went to the place to submit our entries, it was lines of people submitting their entries. We were very nervous actually about the whole thing. I didn't think it would be so many people to submit entries, but it was High Times and it is a national platform, so I understand why. And so we submitted in there, and they put each sample had a backpack, or they were all put into backpacks per the category, and it was the patients had to buy these backpacks and try them,
right, and
then vote. So it wasn't based on popularity or anything like that. It was based on the patients and what they felt and if it worked for them. There was all kinds of topical other competitors in there. We tried some of their stuff, and I was like, this is good. This is all right, but ours was in there, and we knew it was number one. But we waited. It was like, what, a few months?
We waited 2 months because they were having an award show and they were still doing things virtually because of COVID. And so we're waiting on this date.
We were sitting right here.
Yeah, we
were sitting right here.
And they had a live award show. We hopped on the Zoom and like they go through each category. They had like 20 different categories, and then they finally get to the topical section, and like we're like, you know, all anxious and, you know, and stuff like that. And then we saw what won first place. And then when second place came up and we saw it was Volume Medicinals, we were elated. We were
like ecstatic. The way they edit your products and stuff like that, like we're good at editing, but we're not professionals. They had the professionals and they made our stuff spin around and do all these nice things. Like, what? And so second place, and technically, I'm going to just throw this in there. They put the capsules, the tinctures, and the topicals all in one category. So the number one winner was a capsule.
It was a sensu.
It was a capsule. So technically, we're the number one topical.
Yeah, on that.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know, we're number one. All right.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
That's
big. Oh, I do have a magazine.
Oh, congratulations on that.
No, thank you. Like we were super excited. They gave us a medal. We were able to get an ad in the High Times magazine. We're in the December issue, and so
December 2021 issue. Let me find it.
Dude, this is dope, man.
It was super exciting because, like, you know, we were competing against a lot of different people, a lot of different big brands, and
it got us in the magazine.
And it got us in the magazine. Yep. That's our pain stick right there. That's, you know, that's us.
Yep.
That's
us. We got a silver medal too, but that's at our shop right now. But
so the patients picked it. That's what I want to say, because we had a lot of people in the marijuana industry say that we bought that. We didn't buy it. No. It was picked by the patients. It was picked by the people. That's how we know that we make quality products.
Yeah.
Because it was picked by the patients. It was not something that we could just, you know, purchase or buy.
No.
Like I said, this is not a placebo. There was a study group.
It works. And it works well.
It does.
And it surprises us every time. We make it. But we're humble people. So every time we hear a new story about how it has improved someone's life or how it's helping with this or it stopped this. And we even had someone take the pain stick when they had a sinus infection and nothing else would work. And they went ahead and put it
in their triangle.
Triangle. Oh, wow. Right in here. Inflammation went away. They could breathe better. I said, I would never even thought to do something like that.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. And so we have products and dispensaries from state line to state line.
Oh, really? I mean, almost to the Missouri state line, Quapaw, Maryland area, all the way down to
Altus, Durant,
all over the state.
all over the state. So if any dispensaries out there, they want some quality award-winning products, you know, feel free to reach out to us. We can get to you.
Yep.
We can definitely get to you.
Patients need it. The patients need it.
You make a great point, and I love where this is going, because like Dr. Liz, you've been a physical therapy doctor, right, in practice, and then been a leader in rehab teams. This is important to you.
Very much so.
Being able to help heal people. And here's the thing is we're entrepreneurs, everybody on this, you know, right now in this conversation. And I love to speak to, you know, the community of people who may only see themselves in one area, right? They think, well, I got this PT degree, so that's what I'm supposed to do, and you know, this is where I have to use it. Or I've got this education degree, this is how I use it. I'm you know, in the classroom is where I belong.
That's true.
Talk to us about how you're bringing those skills and tools and experiences from other places into somewhere that you probably didn't even see yourself in when you first started out.
That's good, bro.
That's a good question. So I use a lot of my empathy towards opioid abuse. and opioid addiction, because I've been a PT for 10 years, and the whole 10 years I've been in nursing facilities. I love the geriatric community, the veterans, the older people and population are my favorites. And I see the end result of opioid addiction, how you can't even get out of bed without that Oxycontin or morphine or Dilaudid. I mean, it gets ridiculous where people have behaviors because they can't get their pills. And so I really felt like there had to be another way. There had to be another way to do this that wouldn't, one, impact your kidneys and liver so much and hit you with all those other side effects that really destroy your body. Marijuana has side effects, but it is not as harsh on you as the pharmaceuticals. And so I use that empathy from my job to kind of influence the need behind making these topicals. And then as a director of rehab and understanding the business aspect of running a nursing facility, running a department, I've been able to implement like KP reports and margins and things like that. I never learned. I mean, I learned some of that stuff and how to do a business plan in DPT school, but it wasn't applied until I became a director. And so once I start to learn a little bit more of how to do certain reports and annual budgeting and things like that, I could apply that more to my business. And so I write policies. I can do that for my business. I know how to write a form and procedures. I can do that for my business as well. So I take any and everything that I learn. I'm also an administrator in university school.
Hey, you.
So I learned how to do financial budgets for a whole year. That's way tougher than I ever thought. So everything I'm learning, I'm taking and realizing how I can apply it to my business. And if I can't, I just put it in my back pocket because I feel like it'll come up later. And leadership skills and working with people and interacting with people. I've always been a people person. That's why I'm in healthcare. I love to care for people. And so I use those interpersonal skills to build relationships with customers as well. So everything on the healthcare side, especially in management, I've been able to take and apply to our business.
Even in her treatments, people will call or people will text us, email, however they want to get in contact with us and say, I have fibromyalgia. What topical could I possibly take to help me with that? Or I have a deep bone bruise. How can I get some relief from that? And so I think her knowledge and her background in treatment also helps translate across, all the businesses.
Yeah, I will say sometimes if somebody asks me, I have back pain or sciatic pain is a big one. Sciatic nerve pain, what should I use? Well, here's the nerve cream, but also do these stretches, so it goes hand in hand. It's all about helping people and helping people improve and be better quality of life in general. And that's all what PT is about as well. So it goes hand in hand.
And Tim, you're an educator, so you've taught children, so you've taught adults, because ain't no real difference.
For sure.
There is not.
It's not. But that's where my expertise comes into play when I have to explain it to a bud tender or an owner or a product manager. Like, hey, these are our products. This is what they're good for. I can teach you how to use them and things of, just things of that nature. So, and then my patience with dealing with so many different people.
Just like kids.
It's just like kids. Like they're just, this group, they like it done this way, or this dispo, they like it done, this certain way. And so just exercising that large amount of patience to be able to deal with all those people.
Like how you have to address students' different learning. This one likes videos, this one likes to read, this one likes to be shown. Well, he has to do the same thing for people we come across in the marijuana industry and in the skincare business. For sure. You got to switch it up.
Right. Just being personable, out and about, not being afraid to speak to people. I mean, because, being an educator, you get new students either every year or, and so you just have to be able to, go in, hey, this is what I have, this is what I have to offer, or this is the information that I'm giving, and, be confident about it. And so that's where it comes into play.
Heck yeah.
I love it.
He's better with people than I am.
Just a little
Way
bit.
better.
Just a little bit. Just
Listen,
a little bit.
man. Yeah, I love it. Thank you guys for this. I want to say that, thank you for being dreamers, right? And thank you for doing it and bringing your family along. Like, if that's not what the mission is,
for sure,
not doing that. I want to share, where can people find you guys, find your products, find your work?
You can go to Malongo Soaps, malongosoaps.com for all our natural skincare
Look
products.
at our babies.
Yeah.
Bongi Meds. If you are a card holder, you can go to Bongi Meds and you can place an order. If you're a dispensary processor, you're a distributor, you can go to Bongi Meds and you can get information on how to contact us or reach us about any of our products.
Yep.
And
That's
you can always come to the man cave and find them, because they
straight up. Yeah, man.
Listen.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Malongo Soaps, Bongi Meds.
Yes. Okay.
Man,
So,
hey, the merch is sick too, man. It ain't even like regular shirts. The merch is fly, bro.
Yeah, man. Got my purple and gold.
Hey.
But I'm an AKA, just so you know. Just no Omega here.
That's how my jersey section. That's that Damon talk. I don't be knowing much about the frats and
yeah. It's all fun.
Me and you, Donnell, we in the same boat.
Yeah.
We in the same boat.
We never did anything. I'm AKA and Sigma Alpha Iota, the International Music Fraternity for Women.
Oh, that's awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
But
Tell us, if you guys have any advice, for our family out here watching and keeping up with us, what would you guys share?
So,
keep going. Keep setting goals. Keep dreaming. It's never enough.
It's never
enough. There's always a reason to push for better and to push forward and to grow.
Be friends. Love. And show some compassion. And try to have some understanding. You might not have it all right now, but you will. It'll come to you. And like she said, just keep moving forward. Take it day by day if you can. Get something done.
Yeah. Life is a balance of highs and lows.
Yeah, it's a balance of highs and lows, and we try our best to stay right here. We don't get too high about certain things. We don't get too low about certain things. We just
keep it
balance.
Try and stay right there. It's all about that balance.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you,
guys. I'll tell you
guys.
one thing that's awesome, man, is like, I know for us, like, we've reached out about fragrances, and Liz has always been open. Tim as well, man. As we've grown our business and been able to do small tidbits, he'd be like, hey, man, you can get this little board at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
I'll be looking at our little table like, and I'm so grateful my wife is on board, because when it was just me, I'm like, look, I'm going to set everything up on this trash can. We going to be straight. I can sell water to a well. I can sell salt to a slug. Baby, I can sell pages to a Bible. I do this. You know what I'm saying? And then when my wife got on board and she became interested in it and the city thing she's been able to create, and then we've been able to reach out to Liz and you guys have given us like great advice, man. We appreciate that, man. We really do.
We are only here to uplift and help and make sure there's money out here for all of us.
For real.
So there's no competition at all. It's always love and it's always growth for everybody.
We appreciate that.
Any way that we can help you, we will. Like, if we're just having a conversation, like, where'd you get this from? Or, we're more than willing to help because somebody did that for us.
Yep. That's dope, man.
So we just want to return that to everybody.
Yeah.
That is. So, y'all, as we wrap up with the Gates family, like, thank you all. This has been just a great conversation and uplifting. And, like, we ready to go out here and do it all.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for that, for sure.
Congratulations on the storefront. Let's go. We're gonna take
Okay.
We're gonna be making an announcement here pretty soon
Yeah.
about the storefront. But that's a little teaser right there.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Listen,
right. My bad.
I got people stuff on my arm. We're working.
No, it's all good, brother. It's all
yeah,
good.
man.
Hey,
That's dope. We
thank you,
can't wait
man.
to
We
hear more
appreciate
about
it.
it.
All
Can't wait
right.
to hear about it.
All right,
Yeah.
David, I got you. Let's go, boy.
Listen, Modern Manhood. You guys visit our website at manhoodmasterclass.com. Listen, the gates were the first episode for season 3 of this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
thank you guys. This is our first episode in our 3rd season. So what I'm saying is we got stuff going on. Donnell, tell us
Yeah.
what's coming up.
Hey, listen, man. So if you guys don't know, we have the Man Cave, which is our Facebook group, private group. Now over 500 guys in the group. Dope stuff.
Yeah.
We back with our Friday morning freestyles. If you have not known and recognized already, we have dope people that are doing amazing things in the community that everyone needs to know about. All right, this is family, this is tribe, this is what we do.
Yeah.
Live masterclass experiences. You heard Tim say it's necessary.
It's necessary.
It's needed. It's impactful.
Yes.
And as you see, as Ms. Liz said, it's something that she's been looking forward to seeing that we men are in dire need of. So thank you for being able to share our dream.
Absolutely. Yo, we've got some new programs that we want to talk to you guys about. So our Wellness 101 program is a standalone experience where everybody, this is not just for men, this is any person who identifies as a human being over the age of 15 can come and enjoy this experience where we really look at what it looks like to be healthy and to find wellness, because that doesn't just look like, can you get up and go to work today? That looks like,
Man.
is your personal spiritual life in order? Is your financial life in order? Is your physical experience and life in order? Are you in a good space in your environment? So really
Mm.
being able to look at those things and take ownership of that is an amazing experience with our Wellness 101. And we've been sharing this new program, and it's something that you'll definitely want to get into. We're excited because we've got some big plans coming up with some great organizations here, starting here in the Oklahoma City area. So be on the lookout, because Wellness 101 is about to be all over the place, and we love it. We also have a sex education program for fathers. Listen, I'm gonna give y'all a date,
Whew.
February 21st.
I'm
We're
on that.
talking about the birds, the bees, and everything in between.
I need
And
that.
we need
Yeah.
you guys. Listen, this is a chance. We realize that there's a space where men and fathers and other community members, we're not ready for the talks that we need to be having with our kids.
Say that.
So we bring
Man.
it to the table. We're going to do a Zoom platform. This is going to be a Tuesday night event where for about an hour, we get to sit down in private as men and have these conversations and learn all the information, the anatomy, the real life experience, and the real life knowledge that we need to take to our families. Because if we're talking about
Man.
reducing teen pregnancy and reducing the realities of sexually transmitted diseases, we have to learn how to talk about it. We can't just say, you got condoms? Because that ain't
Right.
gonna cut it. So
That's real. That's
I'm
real.
telling all of you guys out there, this is going to be a fathers, or rather a men's only group the first time, because we want you all to be able to come in and feel confident and comfortable that we're going to talk about it realistically. And we're excited about this program. It's going to be free and it's on Zoom, and we're inviting you to already register so that we got a space for you guys.
Oh,
Now,
amazing.
this is going to be amazing. This one starts February 21st, but we're also going to be hosting this other cohorts for complete and full families as well, where we're inviting, everyone else along with our guys and fathers in that space. But we're talking about this. So this is one of our programs that we're excited about bringing. And then on top of that, and aligning to that, we're also going to be starting our fatherhood program, which is based on the 24/7 dads curriculum. This is not something we're making up. This is what the research shows, what the entire nation is showing is what makes a difference in our community. So we've decided to go out and get it and bring it back to us. So dads, we're going to have a program specifically for you coming in 2023.
Man,
On
this
top
is
of that,
amazing.
we're doing ACEs training, because we know that there's so much information about how we need to show up for ourselves, understanding, respecting where we come from, and being able to build the community that we say we want our children to thrive in. So when I say we got things coming, we need y'all to tap in with us. We're
Yeah.
excited about it. Get
Good
active.
Woo, 2023 gonna be fire, man.
Yes,
We got
sir.
listen,
So I'm
man.
excited. All right,
Right.
guys. Yeah, I know we can sit here all day long, but we're gonna say bid you adieu because obviously we got a lot of business going on around
Yeah,
here.
You
we
know
do.
Right, and a lot of
Yeah.
living that needs to be done. So thank you guys, everyone who's tapped in and watching this or watching the replay. Comment, like, share, ask us questions. We are still here so that we
For
can
sure.
continue to build and grow together. So thank you to the Gates family.
Thank
Thank
Beautiful
you,
you.
Gates
guys.
Appreciate
family.
you all. Continue being amazing. All
Yeah.
right. We're
Yep.
proud of you guys.
Thank
Yes,
Thank you.
you.
yes,
Thank you.
yes.
We'll
Thank
see
you.
y'all around.
All right. Peace, family. Keep going out doing great things. We love you guys.